The theatrical poster of Cube, 1997, is minimal yet powerful. It features a dark background with a glowing red cube grid, a small human figure trapped inside geometric lines. The tagline, fear, paranoia, suspicion, desperation. After that, human nature takes over. The red and black color palette symbolizes danger and confinement. The poster perfectly reflects the film's psychological tension and claustrophobic atmosphere. Office Building Production Company. Cube Libra. The Feature Film Project. Ontario Film Development Corporation. Clapperboard directed by Vincenzo Natali. This was his feature film directorial debut. Movie camera distributed by Trimark Pictures, US. Odeon Films, Canada. White medium star starring / main cast. Maurice Dean Wint as Quentin. Nicole DeBoer as Leaven. David Hewlett as Worth. Andrew Miller as Kazan. Nikki Guadagni as Holloway. Wayne Robson as Ran. Julian Richings as Alderson. Open book plot, full detailed explanation. The story follows 7 strangers who wake up trapped inside a massive structure made of interconnected cube-shaped rooms. Each room has 6 doors, and some rooms contain deadly traps. None of them know how they got there or why. Main characters: Quentin, a police officer who tries to take leadership. Leaven, a math student who understands prime numbers. Worth, an architect who worked on the outer shell of the cube. Holloway, a doctor who believes the cube is a government conspiracy. Kazan, an autistic savant who can calculate complex numbers. Ren, a skilled escape artist. Alderson, a timid man who dies early. The cube's secret. They discover rooms are identified by numbers. Prime numbers indicate trapped rooms. The cube shifts periodically. It may be a bureaucratic mistake, no mastermind, just a system running without purpose. As tension rises, paranoia grows. Quentin slowly becomes violent and unstable. The group turns against each other. In the end, most characters die. Kazan escapes the cube. The ending is ambiguous and symbolic. The cube represents society, bureaucracy, human psychology, survival instincts. Movie camera filming. Filmed in Toronto, Canada. Only one cube set was built. Different lighting colors, red, blue, green, yellow, white, created the illusion of different rooms. Shot in just 20 days. Very low budget production. Clapperboard cinematography. Cinematographer, Derek Rogers. Tight framing to enhance claustrophobia. Wide-angle lenses used to distort space. Sharp lighting to create tension. Scissors post-production. Minimal CGI. Practical effects used for traps. Sound design played a major role. Editing emphasized psychological pacing over action. Film frames theatrical release. Premiered at Toronto International Film Festival, 1997. US release in 1998. Became a cult hit through word of mouth. Optical disc home media. Released on VHS and DVD in late 1990s. Special edition DVDs include commentary by director. Blu-ray versions later released. Frequently available on streaming platforms depending on region. Moneybag box office. Budget, approximately $365,000 to $750,000. Worldwide gross, around $9 million. Massive success considering its tiny budget. Newspaper critical response. Praised for originality. Compared to later films like Saw, The Platform, critics loved. Psychological depth. Minimalist storytelling. Strong performances. Some criticized. Limited character development. Low production design. Over time, it gained cult status. Link franchise. The success led to sequels. Small Blue Diamond Sequel 1, Cube 2, Hypercube, 2002. Focused on alternate dimensions. More sci-fi elements. Mixed reviews. Small Blue Diamond Prequel, Cube 0, 2004. Explains the cube's origin. Shows operators monitoring prisoners. Darker tone. Counterclockwise arrows button remake. Japanese remake released in 2021. Cube. Modern adaptation with cultural changes. Performing arts themes explained. Government control. Bureaucratic systems. Social hierarchy. Trust vs survival. Mathematics and logic. Psychological breakdown. Brain deep meaning. The cube might represent a system with no creator. Corporate machinery. Prison of modern society. Existential chaos. The film suggests sometimes systems exist without purpose and humans suffer inside them. Building construction. Cube Libre meaning. Cube Libre was the main production company behind the film, named cleverly after the movie itself. Books, references and inspirations. Inspired by Twilight Zone style storytelling. Kafka's existential themes. Minimalist horror. Later influenced escape room genre films. Psychological survival thrillers. Trophy. Why you should watch it? Heavy checkmark intelligent horror. Heavy checkmark psychological thriller. Heavy checkmark low budget filmmaking masterpiece. Heavy checkmark cult classic. Heavy checkmark thought-provoking ending. This article is about the 1997 film. For other films, see Cube, film series. Cube. Theatrical release poster. Directed by Vincenzo Natali. Written by Andrei Bijelic. Graham Manson. Vincenzo Natali 1. Produced by Muramet. Betty Orr 1. Starring Nicole DeBoer, Nikki Guadagni, David Hewlett, Andrew Miller, Julian Richings, Wayne Robson, Maurice Dean Wint. Cinematography Derek Rogers 1. Edited by John Sanders 1. Music by Mark Corven 1. Production Company Cube Libre 2. Distributed by Cineplex Odeon Films 3. Trimark Pictures. Release dates: September 9, 1997, Toronto International Film Festival. September 11, 1998, United States. Running time 90 minutes. 4. Country Canada. Language English. Budget $350,000 CAD 5. Box office $9,000,067. Cube is a 1997 Canadian science fiction horror film directed and co-written by Vincenzo Natali. 8. A product of the Canadian Film Centre's first feature project. 9. Nicole DeBoer, Nikki Guadagni, David Hewlett, Andrew Miller, Julian Richings, Wayne Robson, and Maurice Dean Wint star as 7 individuals trapped in a bizarre and deadly labyrinth of cube-shaped rooms. Cube gained notoriety and a cult following for its surreal and Kafkaesque setting in industrial, cube-shaped rooms. It received generally positive reviews and led to a series of films. A Japanese remake was released in 2021. Plot: a man named Alderson awakens in a room that has hatches on each wall and floor, each leading to other rooms. He enters another room and is killed by a hidden wire trap. 5 different people all meet in another room, 3 men, Quentin, Wren, and Worth, and 2 women, Leaven and Holloway. Quentin warns the group that he has seen traps in some of the other rooms. Leaven notices each hatch has plates with 3 sets of numbers etched into them. Wren tests his theory that each trap could be triggered by detectors by throwing his boot into a room, and starts moving through the safe rooms. This works for motion detectors and pressure sensors, but fails to trigger the trap in one of the rooms and he is killed by an acid trap. Quentin believes each person was chosen to be there. Leaven hypothesizes that rooms whose plates contain prime numbers are traps. They encounter a mentally disabled man named Kazan, whom Holloway insists be brought along. Tension rises among the group, as well as the mystery of the maze's purpose. Worth admits to Quentin he was hired to design the maze's shell and guesses that the cube was created accidentally by a bureaucracy, and that its original purpose has been forgotten and that they have been placed inside only to justify its existence. Worth's knowledge of the exterior dimensions allows Leaven to calculate that the cube has 17,576 rooms, plus a bridge room that would connect to the shell, and thus, the exit. She realizes that the numbers may indicate each room's coordinates. The group travels to the edge but realize every room there is a trap. They successfully traverse a room with a trap. Holloway defends Kazan from Quentin's threats. The group reaches the edge, but can see no exit. Holloway tries to swing over to the shell using a rope made of clothing. The cube shakes, causing the rope to slip. Quentin catches it at the last second and pulls her up, but then deliberately drops her to her death, telling the others that she slipped. Quentin picks up Leaven and carries her to a different room in her sleep, intending to abandon Kazan and Worth. He tries to assault her, but Worth follows and attacks him. Quentin counters savagely, then throws Worth down a hatch to a different room. Upon landing, Worth starts laughing hysterically. Wren corpse is in the room, proving they have moved in a circle. Quentin is horrified, but Worth realizes the room Wren died in has now moved to the edge of the maze, meaning they haven't gone in a circle at all. Instead, the rooms are moving, and will eventually line up with the exit. Leaven deduces that traps are not tagged by prime numbers, but by powers of prime numbers. Kazan is revealed as a savant who can calculate factorizations in his head instantaneously. Leaven and Kazan guide the group through the cube to the bridge. Worth then traps Quentin in a hatch. He catches up and attempts to attack them, but Worth opens a hatch under him from the room below. All but Quentin travel to the bridge where they open the hatch, revealing a bright light. Quentin reappears and, using a detached door lever, severely injures Leaven and Worth. As Quentin pursues Kazan through the exit, Worth grabs Quentin's legs, trapping him in the bridge's doorway. The bridge moves, killing Quentin. As the bridge returns to the recesses of the cube, Worth crawls to a fallen Leaven as he too bleeds out. Kazan wanders out into the light. Cast. The cast is of Canadian actors who were relatively unknown in the United States at the time of the film's release. 10 Each character's name is connected with a real-world prison: Quentin, San Quentin, California; Holloway, UK; Kazan, Russia; Rennes, France; Alderson, West Virginia; Leaven and Worth, Leavenworth, Kansas. 11. Andrew Miller as Kazan, a developmentally disabled savant and mental calculator. David Hewlett as David Worth, an office worker and unwitting designer of the cube's outer shell. Maurice Dean Wint as Quentin McNeil, a police officer who aggressively takes charge. Nicole DeBoer as Joan Leaven, a young mathematics student. Nikki Guadagni as Dr. Helen Holloway, a free clinic doctor and conspiracy theorist. Wayne Robson as Ren, an escape artist who has broken out of 7 prisons. Julian Rishinks as Alderson, the first killed in the cube and the only one not to meet the others. On casting Maurice Dean Wint as Quentin, Natalie's cost-centric approach sought an actor for a split-personality role of hero and villain. Wint was considered the standout among the cast and was confident that the film would be a breakthrough for the Canadian Film Centre. 12. Development. Pre-production. Alfred Hitchcock's Lifeboat, which was shot entirely in a lifeboat with no actor standing at any point, was reportedly an inspiration for the film. 13. Director Vincenzo Natali did not have confidence in financing a film. He cost-reduced his pitch with a single set reused as many times as possible, with the actors moving around a virtual maze. 14. As the most expensive element, a set with a cube and a half was built off the floor, to allow the surroundings to be lit from behind all walls of the cube. 15. In 1990, Natali had the idea to make a film set entirely in hell, but in 1994, while working as a storyboard artist's assistant at Canada's Nelvana Animation Studio, he completed the first script for Cube. The initial draft had a more comedic tone, surreal images, a cannibal, edible moss growing on the walls, and a monster that roamed the cube. Roommate and childhood filmmaking partner Andrei Bijelic helped Natali strip the central idea to its essence of people avoiding deadly traps in a maze. Scenes outside the cube were deleted, and the identity of the victims changed. In some drafts, they were accountants and in others criminals, with the implication that their banishment to the cube was part of a penal sentence. One of the most important dramatic changes was the removal of food and water for a more urgent escape. 16. After writing Cube, Natali developed the short film Elevated. It is set in an elevator to show investors how Cube would hypothetically look and feel. Cinematographer Derek Rogers developed strategies for shooting in the tightly confined elevator, which he later reused on a Toronto sound stage for Cube. 17. Casting started with Natalie's friends, and budget limitations allowed for only 1 day of script reading prior to shooting. As it was filmed relatively quickly with well-prepared actors, there are no known outtake clips. 15. Filming. The film was shot in Toronto, Ontario 18 in 21 days 14 with 50% of the budget as $350,00010 to 375,000 cordobas in cash 15 and the other 50% as donated services, for a total of 700,000 cordobas. 19 Natali considered the cash figure to be deceptive, because they deferred payment on goods and services, and got the special effects at no cost. 20. The set's warehouse was near a train line, and its noise was incorporated into the film as that of the cubes moving. 21. To change the look of each room, some scenes were shot with wide lens, and others are long lens and lit with different colors, for the illusion of traversing a maze. 13. Nicole DeBoer said that the white room was more comforting to actors at the start of a day's filming, compared to the red room which induced psychological effects on the cast during several hours in the confined space. 22. Only one cube set was actually built, with each of its sides measuring 14 feet, 4.3 m, in length, with only one working door that could actually support the weight of the actors. The color of the room was changed by sliding panels. 23. This time-consuming procedure determined that the film was not shot in sequence, and all shots taking place in rooms of a specific color were shot separately. 6 colors of rooms were intended to match the recurring theme of 6 throughout the film, 5 sets of gel panels, plus pure white. However, the budget did not stretch to the 6th gel panel, and so the film has only 5 room colors. Another partial cube was made for shots requiring the point of view of standing in one room and looking into another. 24. The small set created technical problems for hosting a 30-person crew and a 6-person cast, becoming a weird fusion between sci-fi and the guerrilla-style approach to filmmaking. 25. Mathematical accuracy. The cube was conceived by mathematician David W. Pravica, who was the math consultant. 26. It consists of an outer cubical shell or sarcophagus, and the inner cube rooms. Each side of the outer shell is 434 feet, 132 m, long. The inner cube consists of 263 equals 17,576 cubical rooms, minus an unknown number of rooms to allow for movement, each having a side length of 15.5 feet, 4.7 m. A space of 15.5 feet, 4.7 m, is between the inner cube and the outer shell. Each room is labeled with 3 identification numbers such as 517, 478, 565. These numbers encode the starting coordinates of the room, and the x, y, and z coordinates are the sums of the digits of the first, second, and third number, respectively. The numbers also determine the movement of the room. The subsequent positions are obtained by cyclically subtracting the digits from one another, and the resulting numbers are then successively added to the starting numbers. 27. Post-production. During post-production, Natali spent months on the oral environment, including appropriate sound effects of each room, so the cube could feel like what he described as a haunted house. 20. Release. Theatrical. Cube was shown at the Toronto International Film Festival on 9 September 1997 and released in Ottawa and Montreal on September 18, 1998. A theatrical release occurred in Spain in early 1999-19, while in Italy a release was scheduled for July 1999-28 and an opening in Germany was set for later that year. 15 In the Japanese market, it became the top video rental at the time. 29 And exceeded expectations, with co-writer Graham Manson suggesting people in Japan had a better understanding of living in boxes, so resonated better with the Japanese audience, as they were likely more receptive to the whole metaphor underlying the film. 19. The film's television debut in the United States was on July 24, 1999 on the Sci-Fi channel. 25. In 2023, the film was one of 23 titles that were digitally restored under its new Canadian Cinema Reignited program to preserve classic Canadian films. 30. A 4K restoration of the film debuted at the 28th Fantasia International Film Festival on July 30, 2024. 31. Home media. The film was released on VHS and DVD formats on January 26, 1999, by Trimark Home Video. Reception. Box office. In its home country of Canada, the film was a commercial failure, lasting only a few days in Canadian theaters. French film distributor Samuel Hadidah's company Metropolitan Film Export saw potential in the film and spent $1.2 million in a marketing campaign, posting flyers in many cities and flying members of the cast over to France to meet moviegoers. At its peak, the film was shown at 220 French box offices and became among the most popular films in France of that time, collecting over $10 million in box office receipts. 28 It went on to be the second highest grossing film in France that summer. 15. Elsewhere internationally, the film grossed $501,818 in the United States, $7 and $8,479,845 in other territories, for a worldwide total of $8,981,663. 6. Critical response. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 63% of 40 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of 6.3/10. The website's consensus reads, Cube sometimes struggles with where to take its intriguing premise, but gripping pace and an impressive intelligence make it hard to turn away. 32. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 61 out of 100, based on 12 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. 33. Bob Graham of the San Francisco Chronicle was highly critical, if writer-director Vincenzo Natali, storyboard artist for Keanu Reeves's Johnny Mnemonic, were as comfortable with dialogue and dramatizing characters as he is with images, this first feature of his might have worked better. 34 Nick Shager from Slant Magazine rated the film 3 out of 5 stars, noting that its intriguing premise and initially chilling mood were undone by threadbare characterizations, and lack of a satisfying explanation for the cube's existence. He concluded the film winds up going nowhere fast. 35. Anita Gates of the New York Times was more positive, saying the story proves surprisingly gripping, in the best Twilight Zone tradition. The ensemble cast does an outstanding job on the cinematic equivalent of a bare stage. Everyone has his or her own theory about who is behind this peculiar imprisonment. The weakness in Cube is the dialogue, which sometimes turns remarkably trite. The strength is the film's understated but real tension. Vincenzo Natali, the film's fledgling director and co-writer, has delivered an allegory, too, about futility, about the necessity and certain betrayal of trust, about human beings who do not for a second have the luxury of doing nothing. 8 Bloody Disgusting gave a positive review. Shoddy acting and a semi-weak script can't hold this movie back. It's simply too good a premise and too well directed to let minor hindrances derail its creepy premise. 36 Kim Newman from Empire Online gave the film 4/5 stars, writing, "Too many low-budget sci-fi films try for epic scope and fail. This one concentrates on making the best of what it's got and does it well." 37. Accolades. The film won the award for Best Canadian First Feature Film at the 1997 Toronto International Film Festival 14 and the Jury Award at the Brussels International Festival of Fantasy Film. 38. In 2001, an industry poll conducted by Playback named it the 8th best Canadian film of the preceding 15 years. 39. The film, and its concept of prisoners in identical rooms riddled with traps, is referenced in Lou Sixon's acclaimed in 2008 novel, The Dark Forest. Franchise. Sequel. Main article, Cube 2, Hypercube. After Cube achieved cult status, it was followed by a sequel, Cube 2, Hypercube, released in 2002. 40. Prequel. Main article, Cube 0. A prequel, Cube 0, released in 2004. 41. Remake. Main article, Cube, 2021 film. In April 2015, The Hollywood Reporter wrote that Lionsgate Films was planning to remake the film, titled Cubed, with Salman Kesh directing, Roy Lee and John Spates producing, and a screenplay by Philip Gawthorne, based on Kesh's original take. 42-43. Also called Cube, a Japanese remake was released in October 2021. 44. See also: Film Portal, The Library of Babel, List of cult films, List of films about mathematicians, Saw, 2004 film. If you enjoy mind-blowing movies like The Platform, Circle, and Escape Room, subscribe to Filmistan Talk. Vincenzo Natali, born 1969, is an American-born Canadian film director and screenwriter, known for writing and directing science fiction and horror films such as Cube, Sci-Fi, Nothing, and Splice. Early life and education. Natali was born in Detroit, to a nursery school teacher/painter mother and a photographer father. He is of Italian and English descent. He moved to Toronto, along with his family, at the age of 1. During his time at Royal St. George's College, Natali befriended British-born Canadian actor David Hewlett, who has appeared in the majority of films that Natali has directed. Natali also attended the film program at Ryerson Polytechnical Institute. He was eventually hired as a storyboard artist at the Nelvana Animation Studios. His cinematic influences included Samuel Beckett, David Cronenberg III and Terry Gilliam. 4. Career. Natali's directing debut came in 1997, when he directed Cube, which he also co-wrote. 5. The film became a success worldwide, especially in Japan and France, grossing over $10 million in the latter country 6 and breaking box office records for a Canadian film. At the 19th Genie Awards, the film received 5 nominations, and also won the award for Best Canadian First Feature at the Toronto International Film Festival. After this success, Natali went on to direct Sci-Fi, 2002, and Nothing, 2003. 7. Following the June 2010 release of Splice, 2009, 8. Natali's next efforts were expected to be an adaptation of J.G. Ballard's 1975 novel High Rise 9 and a 3D adaptation of the Len Wein/Bernie Wrightson comic book character Swamp Thing 10 for producer Joel Silver. 11. A May 2010 item in The Hollywood Reporter, however, announced that Natali was to replace Joseph Kahn as director of the highly anticipated adaptation of cyberpunk author William Gibson's 1984 novel Neuromancer. 12. Natali was nominated for the 4th annual Splatacademy Awards under the category Best Director presented by Cadaver Lab for his work Splice. 13. In 2013 his series Darnet, an adaptation of the Japanese series Tori Hata, began airing on Super Channel in Canada. In 2014, he directed the episodes Suzakana and Nakachoko of the 2nd season of the crime drama series Hannibal, and in 2015 the episodes Antipasto, Primavera, and Secondo of the 3rd season of the same TV series. 14. In 2015, he also directed the 2nd episode, entitled Simon, of the 1st season of the American supernatural drama television series The Returned. In 2016, he directed the 4th episode, Dissonance Theory, of the HBO series Westworld. In 2017, he directed the 5th episode, Lemon Scented You, of the Starz series American Gods. He directed a pilot for a new Tremors TV series starring Kevin Bacon reprising his role from the 1990 film, but it was not picked up by Sci-Fi as a series. 15. A television adaptation of William Gibson's The Peripheral was put into development in April 2018 by Amazon 16 with Natali among the executive producers. 17. Natali directed the show's pilot, plus 3 other episodes of the 1st season. 18. He has directed the last 2 episodes of the 1st season for the Lock and Key TV series, distributed by Netflix. In 2024, he was awarded the Trailblazer Award at the 28th Fantasia International Film Festival. 19. Filmography. Short film. Year, title, director, writer notes. 1996 Elevated Yes Yes. 2006 Quartier de la Madeleine Yes Yes segment of Paris, Jet Aim. 2014 U is for Utopia Yes Yes segment of ABCs of Death 2. Executive producer. Eyes on the Road, 2006. Cube, 2021. Feature film. Year, title, director, writer, executive. Producer. 1997 Cube Yes Yes No. 2002 Sci-Fi Yes No No. 2003 Nothing Yes Yes Yes. 2009 Splice Yes Yes No. 2011 388 Arletta Avenue No No Yes. 2013 Haunter Yes No Yes. 2018 Come True No No Yes. 2019 In the Tall Grass. Yes, yes, yes. Documentary. Year. Title notes. 2005 Getting Gilliam documentary on the making of Terry Gilliam's Tideland. Television. Year. Title episode. 1996 Space Cases The Sporting Kind. 1998 Sci-Factor, Chronicles of the Paranormal Pentimento. 1998 to 1999 Earth, Final Conflict Payback. Friendly Fire. 2013 Darnet Episode 1, also executive producer. 2014 to 2015 Hannibal Suzakina. Nakachoco. Antipasto. Primavera. Secondo. Dolce. 2014 Hemlock Grove Gone Sis. Ascension Chapter 2. Part 1. 2015 The Returned Simon. Orphan Black Insolvent Phantom of Tomorrow. 2015 to 2016 The Strain Fallen Light. The Night Train. Do or Die. 2016 Wayward Pines City Upon a Hill. Luke Cage Step in the Arena. 2016 to 2018 Westworld Dissonance Theory. Reunion. 2017 American Gods Lemon Scented You. 2018 Lost in Space Eulogy. 2020 Lock and Key Echoes. Crown of Shadows. The Stand The Walk. The Stand. 2022 Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities The Graveyard Rats. The Peripheral Pilot, also executive producer. 2026 Vision Quest post-production. Graham Manson, born 20th century, is a Canadian screenwriter and producer from Vancouver, British Columbia. He is known for his work on the Space and BBC America science fiction thriller television series Orphan Black. Career. He co-wrote the 1997 film Cube and has written for television for several years since, including The Bridge, Flashpoint, and Being Erica. 1. With John Fawcett, he is the co-creator and executive producer of the award-winning BBC America and space science fiction thriller television series Orphan Black, for which he also has written many episodes. The two previously had collaborated on the 2001 film Lucky Girl. 2. The series was a success critically and commercially. It premiered on March 30, 2013, on Space in Canada and on BBC America in the United States. 3-4 On June 16, 2016, the series was renewed for a fifth and final 10-episode Season 5 which premiered on June 10, 2017. 6. The series won a Peabody Award in 2013-7 and has won and been nominated for several Canadian Screen Awards. 8. He will be the executive producer for the upcoming television adaptation of Whatever, Linda, an award-winning web series. 9. He served as the co-showrunner of the television adaptation of Snowpiercer. Awards. With John Fawcett, he received the 2015 CFC Award for Creative Excellence from the Canadian Film Centre for his work on Orphan Black. 10. He has also won 3 Canadian Screen Awards, a Hugo Award, and a Writers Guild of Canada Award. Nicole DeBoer, born December 20, 1970, is a Canadian actress. She is best known for starring in the cult film Cube as Joan Leaven, playing Ezri Dax on the final season of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, 1998 to 1999, 4 and as Sarah Bannerman on the series The Dead Zone, 2002 to 2007. From 2016 to 2021, she had a recurring role as Becca d'Orsay, ex-wife of one of the series leads on the Canadian-produced crime drama Private Eyes. 5. Career. DeBoer's television debut was an uncredited role in Freddy the Freeloader's Christmas Dinner, which starred Red Skelton and Vincent Price. Her first major television work was in the CBC series 9B2, followed by a recurring role on the Canadian sketch comedy show The Kids in the Hall as Laura, girlfriend of Bobby Terrance, Bruce McCulloch. She later had a cameo in their 1996 film Kids in the Hall, Brain Candy. She starred in the short-lived 1997 Sci-Fi Channel series Deepwater Black 6, also known as Mission Genesis, as Una. This was followed by a role in the film, Cube, 1997. 7-8 She was featured in 2 episodes of the Canadian-produced series The Outer Limits. DeBoer's other roles have included Ezri Dax on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine's final season, 1998 to 1999, and Sarah Bannerman on the series The Dead Zone, 2002 to 2007. 9. She portrayed Dr. Allison Porter on the sci-fi series Stargate Atlantis, appearing in the 5th season episode Whispers, and as Marion Caldwell on 3 episodes of the television series Haven. 10. Filmography. DeBoer at Toronto Comic Con in 2012. Films. Year, title, role notes. 1981 Freddy the Freeloader's Christmas Dinner, Little Girl at Hospital. 1990 The Kissing Place Kathy TV movie. 1992 Prom Night 4, Deliver Us from Evil Megan 11. 1993 Family Pictures Penny TV movie. 1994 The Counterfeit Contessa Helena Everett TV movie 12. 1995 Jungle Ground Caitlin Dean. National Lampoon Senior Trip Meg Smith. 1996 Kids in the Hall, Brain Candy Cooper's groupie. 1997 When Innocence is Lost Nancy TV movie 13. Cube Leaven. 1999 Family of Cops 3, Under Suspicion Jackie Fiend TV movie 14. 2000 Rated X Karen Mitchell TV movie. 2003 Public Domain Bonnie 15. 2004 Phil the Alien Madam 16. 2006 Ties That Bind Megan Mahoney TV movie. 2008 NYC. Tornado Terror Cassie Lawrence. Christmas Town Liz direct-to-video. 2009 Suck Susan. 2011 Iron Invader A/K/A Metal Shifters Amanda TV movie. Metal Tornado Rebecca. Secrets from Her Past Hannah. 2012 My Mother's Secret Lauren Carlson. 2016 Where's My Baby? Marissa Davis. Corrupt A/K/A Trust No One Kate McIntyre. 2017 Stranger Martha Short. 2021 Range Road Suzanne 17. Television. Year, title, role notes. 1981 Standing Room Only Little Girl at Hospital episode, Red Skelton's Christmas Dinner. 1988 9B18 Aaron Jones 5 episodes. 1989 Street Legal Jackie episode, Home. 1989 to 1991 The Kids in the Hall Laura 3 episodes. 1991 Tropical Heat Beth Goodnight episode, Abandoned. 1991 to 1993 Beyond Reality Celia Powell / Anna / Mrs. Winter 13 episodes. 1992 Maniac Mansion Holly episode, Sophisticated Lady. Forever Night Genie episodes, Dark Knight and Dark Knight, the second chapter. 1992 to 1994 ENG Nancy Bergman / Brenda episodes, Baby It's You and the Plays The Thing. 1993 The Hidden Room Paula episode. The Faithful Follower. JFK, Reckless Youth Olive Collie mini-series 1994 Catwalk Maggie Holden entire second season. 1995 Tech War Tara James episode, Chill Factor. 1995 to 1998 The Outer Limits Cadet Second Class Brie Tristan / Rachel Sanders episodes, Quality of Mercy and Monster. 1996 Poltergeist, The Legacy Samantha Wallace episode, The Crystal Scarab. Sci-Factor Kelly Star Tanner episode, Possession / Man Out of Time. 1997 Mission Genesis Una 13 episodes. Ready or Not Crystal episode, All or Nothing. 1998 The Wonderful World of Disney Bonnie episode, My Date with the President's Daughter. 1998 to 1999 Star Trek, Deep Space Nine Lieutenant Ezri Dax 25 episodes. 1999 Dooley Gardens Sky 7 episodes. 2000 The Fearing Mind Paula Kubiak episode, Upgrade. 2002 to 2007 The Dead Zone Sarah Bracknell Bannerman 72 episodes. 2004 5 Days to Midnight Chantal Hume mini-series 20. 2005 to 2009 Grandma Jane's Garden Adventures Cindy Simpson episode, Butcher Shop. 2008 Stargate Atlantis Dr. Allison Porter episode, Whispers. 2010, 2013 and 2015 Haven Marion Caldwell episodes, Welcome to Haven, Fallout, Forever. 2012 Perception Janice Zimmerman episode, Shadow. 2013 Cracked Lee McMaster episode, Swans. 2014 Rain Lady Doyono episode, Coronation. 2016 to 2021 Private Eyes Becca Dorsey 16 episodes. 2024 Matlock Carlin episode, Pilot. Nikki Guadagni is a Canadian actress who has worked on stage, radio, film, and television. Early life and education. Originally from Montreal, Canada, Nikki Guadagni majored in drama at Dawson College and went on to train at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. Citation needed. Career. Guadagni's first role after graduation was playing Miranda, with Paul Scofield as Prospero, in a production of The Tempest in the West End of London. Her theatre work in Canada includes A Midsummer Night's Dream at Stratford Third Stage, Zastrozzi and Criminal Genius at the Factory Theatre, Hamlet and Mother Courage for the National Arts Centre, The Seagull and the Member of the Wedding at Tarragon Theatre, and Odeon Paradise at Theatre Passé Muraille. 1-2. Guadagni has been nominated for 5 Gemini Awards for her work on television, and received the award in 1998, Best Supporting Actress, Major Crime, and 2004, Best Actress in a Guest Role, Blue Murder, Eyewitness. She was a mainstay of the repertory cast of the A&E Network's A Nero Wolfe Mystery, 2001 to 2002, playing no fewer than 13 highly varied roles in the course of the TV series and the pilot, The Golden Spiders, a Nero Wolfe mystery, 2000. She also played a leading role in cult sci-fi film Cube in 1997. In 2002 Guadagni made her playwriting debut with In the Wings, adapted from the 1998 novel by Carol Corbeil, which she performed at Toronto's Theatre Passé Muraille. 3 In 2011 an abbreviated version of her 7-character, one-person show Hooked, written by Carolyn Smart, was part of Toronto's Summer Works Theatre Festival schedule, with performances at Theatre Passé Muraille Backspace. 4. Guadagni taught voice and scene study for 5 years at George Brown College as well as at the University College Drama Program in Toronto, Ontario, and has also worked at the National Theatre School of Canada in Montreal. She has provided coaching and dramatic training for clients of the firm The Humphrey Group since 1995. 5. In 2019, she played the demented matriarch Helene Le Domas in the horror film Ready or Not. Awards. 1985, nominee, Gemini Award. Turning to Stone. Best Performance by an Actress in a Lead Role. Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television. 1988, nominee, Gemini Award. The Squamish 5. Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role. Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television. 1996, nominee, Gemini Award. Performance. Saying It. Best Performance by an Actress in a Lead Role in a Dramatic Program or Miniseries. Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television 6. 1998, winner, Gemini Award. Major Crime. Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role. Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television. 2004, winner, Gemini Award. Blue Murder, Episode Eyewitness. Best Performance by an Actress in a Guest Role in a Dramatic Series. Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television. Filmography. List of acting performances in film and television. Year title role notes. 1984 A Matter of Sex Mary TV. 1985 Turning to Stone Alison Campbell TV, Gemini Award nominee. 1988 The Squamish 5 and Hanson TV, Gemini Award nominee. 1989 The Twilight Zone Records Clerk TV series, episode, The Cold Equations. 1990 White Room narrator. 1990 Street Legal Carol Tate TV series, episode Tiger, Tiger. 1991 A Little Piece of Heaven Helen Olander TV. 1991 to 1993 Street Legal Anita Graham TV series. Episodes Eye of the Beholder. Forgiveness. Conduct Unbecoming. The Price. 1992 Road to Avonlea Female Worker No. 1 TV series, episode Aunt Janet Rebels. 1993 Bonds of Love Karen Turney TV. 1993 ENG Mary Callahan TV series, episodes 1 False Step. Legacy. 1994 My Breast Dr. Petrek TV. 1994 Forever Night Elizabeth Trethaway TV series, episode Hunted. 1995 Friends at Last Main Nurse TV. 1995 House. 1995 The Possession of Michael D. The Neurologist TV. 1995 Due South Judge Shore TV series, episode The Witness. 1996 Side Effects Dr. Haggerty TV series, episode Behind the Scenes. 1996 Crash Tattooist. 1996 Undue Influence Postal Supervisor TV. 1996 We the Jury Beryl Granger TV. 1996 Under the Piano Miss Evans TV. 1996 Performance. Saying It TV, Gemini Award nominee. 1996 Buried Secrets Librarian TV. 1996 Hidden in America Hospital Administrator TV. 1997 Cube Dr. Helen Holloway. 1997 Rescuers, Stories of Courage, 2 Women Lydia Stolowitsky Mamusha. 1997 Goosebumps, TV series, Marta Blackwell Werewolf Skin. 1997 Johnny 2.0 Nurse TV. 1997 Major Crime Denise TV, Gemini Award. 1998 Sleeping Dogs Lie Sister Rosaria. 1998 Blind Faith Margaret O'Neill. 1998 My Father's Shadow, The Sam Shepard Story Conservative Debater TV. 1998 Mythic Warriors, Guardians of the Legend Princess Danae, Voice, TV series, episode Perseus, The Search for Medusa. 1999 Storm of the Century Jenna Freeman TV miniseries. 1999 Ricky Nelson, Original Teen Idol Donna Fontana TV. 1999 Foolish Heart Nurse TV series, episode The Critic. 1999 Forget Me Never Patient Number 2 TV. 2008 Taste of Shakespeare Titania/narrator TV series, episode A Midsummer Night's Dream. 2000 The Golden Spiders. A Nero Wolfe Mystery Angela Wright TV. 2000 Dirty Pictures Carden TV. 2000 The Last Debate Sam Minter TV. 2001 to 2002 A Nero Wolfe Mystery Mrs. Ivana Althos. Elaine Usher. Viola Duday. Mrs. Perry Porter Jerome. Jean Moulton. Mrs. Avery Ballou. Alice Hart. Actress, uncredited. Fabian's Girl. Mrs. Kramer/Secretary. Tina Vardas TV series, episodes The Doorbell Rang. Champagne for One. Prisoner's Base. Christmas Party. Over My Dead Body. Death of a Doxy. The Next Witness. Poison a la carte. Before I Die. The Silent Speaker. Cop Killer. 2002 Salem Witch Trials Elizabeth Proctor TV. 2003 Queer as Folk Dean of Financial Services TV series, episode 3.2. 2004 Snakes and Ladders Sarah Jane Hardacre TV series, episode The Bling Bling. 2004 The 11th Hour Nurse TV series, episode Swimmers. 2004 Doc Lily/Bonnie Fisher TV series, episode Searching for Bonnie Fisher. 2004 Blue Murder Alison Stasiak TV series, episode Eyewitness. Gemini Award. 2005 Beethoven's Hair Narrator TV. 2006 Appassionata Dr. Eckhart's Assistant. 2006 Beautiful People Sandra Ritchie TV series, episode Flashback to the Future. 2006 Silent Hill Eleanor. 2006 Bookie Makes Her Mark Mrs. McDonald TV. 2006 The Path to 9/11 Mary Jo White TV. 2006 Absolution Myra Lloyd TV. 2006 Angela's Eyes Rebecca TV series, episode Eyes on the Prize. 2006 Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy Photographer TV. 2007 Lars and the Real Girl Mrs. Peterson. 2019 Ready or Not Helene L. E. Domas. 2023 Star Trek, Strange New Worlds Admiral Java's TV series, episode Ad Astra per Aspera. David Ian Hewlett, born April 18, 1968, is a British-born Canadian actor, writer, and director, known for his role as Dr. Rodney McKay in the Stargate science fiction franchise. He first gained fame for his roles as Grant Yansky in the Canadian TV series Traitors, 1996 to 2000, and as David Worth in the Canadian psychological horror film Cube, 1997. He appeared in the horror film Pin, 1988, and the science fiction film Scanners 2, The New Order, 1991, and Rise of the Planet of the Apes, 2011. Early life. Hewlett was born in Redhill, England, and moved with his family to Canada at the age of 4. He received his first computer in his mid-teens and became a self-described computer nerd. While attending high school in Toronto, he launched his acting career, starring in student films by Vincenzo Natali. He dropped out of high school in his senior year to pursue careers in acting and computing, at the beginning of his acting career in 1984 at the age of 16. 5. Before his acting career took off, Hewlett ran Darkle Media, a website design firm, and also founded FuseFilm.com, a now-defunct internet community for filmmakers. 6. Career. Hewlett has appeared in many low-budget horror films, such as The Dark Side and the minor cult favorites Scanners 2, The New Order and Pin. He also guest-starred in several television series. In 1996, he landed one of his better-known roles, as Grant Yansky on Traitors. In 1997, Hewlett worked with Natali again, starring in the critically acclaimed thriller Cube as Worth. Hewlett in the Conference Room at Bridge Studios, 2008. Hewlett, an avid science fiction fan, has been quoted saying that Doctor Who, a sci-fi program made in his native Britain, is what first sparked his love for the genre 7, and that he made science fiction with his friends when he was younger in Britain, on his 8mm camera. Hewlett had his early dreams of working in science fiction made into a reality when he first had a 4-episode guest role on the Canadian/American sci-fi series Stargate SG-1 as the Stargate expert Rodney McKay, which eventually grew into his starring role on Stargate Atlantis. 8. In 2007, Hewlett appeared as a guest star in the first episode of the TV series Sanctuary, a show produced by and starring Stargate actress Amanda Tapping. He played Larry Tolson, a patient suffering from a form of psychosis who is shot and wounded before being taken into police custody as a murder suspect. 9. In 2006, he wrote and directed A Dog's Breakfast starring himself, his sister Kate Hewlett, his dog Mars, and his Stargate Atlantis co-stars Paul McGillian, Christopher Judge, and Rachel Luttrell. 10 On July 23, 2006, Hewlett created a YouTube channel named Fanatical. 11. In 2014, Hewlett directed the supernatural horror science fiction film Debug with Jason Momoa, who had starred alongside Hewlett in Stargate Atlantis. Gene Angusen and Adrian Holmes played the lead roles in the film. 12. In 2015, Hewlett appeared in the Sci-Fi TV series Dark Matter, which is based on the comic book of the same name. 13. He played a recurring role as Tabor Kolchak, a merchant who also serves as the team's handler. Hewlett continues his interest in filmmaking. In 2017, he made Hewlogram, a sci-fi comedy short showcasing the filmmaking and special effects tools of Red Giant. 14. Personal life. Hewlett married actress Sue Garay in 2000, they divorced in 2004. He married Jane Luffman in 2008. They have a son born in 2007. 15. Hewlett's younger sister is actress Kate Hewlett. She has appeared on Stargate Atlantis as Rodney McKay's sister, Jeannie Miller, multiple times in the series. 16. When not filming, Hewlett volunteers as a parent sponsor of a school PC/tech club for kids interested in 3D printing, programming and repurposing tech equipment. 17. Filmography. Film. Year, title, role notes. 1987 The Dark Side, Chucky. 1988 Pin Leon. 1989 The Penthouse, Joe Dobson TV film. Dead Meat. 1990 Where the Heart Is, Jimmy. Deep Sleep, Terry. Desire and Hell at Sunset Motel, Deadpan, Winchester. 1991 Scanners 2, The New Order, David Kellum. The First Circle, Ruska Rostislav TV film. 1992 A Savage Christmas, The Fall of Hong Kong, Walter Jenkins. Quiet Killer, Miles Chapman. Split Images, Gary Hammond TV film. 1993 Blood Brothers Detective Train. The Boys of St. Vincent, 15 years later, Stephen Lunny, age 25. 1996 Joe's Wedding, Rob Fitzgerald. 1997 Cube, David Worth, The Architect. On the Second Day of Christmas, Mel TV film. Elevated, Hank Short. Bad Day on the Block, Andrew. 1998 Clutch Martin. Milkman Martin / Soldier's Voice. 1999 Survivor, L.E. Medicine TV film. The Life Before the Snick. Blind the Victim short. Autoerotic Agord. Amateur Night DJ. 2001 Chasing Kane Bud. And Never Let Her Go, Gary Capano TV film. The Triangle, Gus Gruber. Century Hotel, Michael. Creed, Murray aka Get Down. 2002 Made in Canada, Volume 1. Best of the CFC himself. Cypher, Virgil Gunn. Father Lefty, Father Gregory TV film. 2003 Nothing, Dave story writer. Foolproof, Lawrence Yeager. Friday Night Roger short. 2004 Boa vs. Python, Dr. Stephen Emmett. Iceman Brian. Dark Light, Anders Reborn TV film. 2006 A Dog's Breakfast, Patrick director and story writer. 2008 Helen Frank. 2009 Splice, William Barlow. 2010 The Whistleblower, Fred Murray. 2011 Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Hans Eicher. Morlocks, Dr. Radner TV film. Rage of the Yeti, Mills director. 2013 Haunter, Olivia's father. 2014 Debug director. 2017 The Shape of Water, Fleming. 2019 Midway Husband, E. Kimmel. Lie Exposed, Brian. 2021 Nightmare Alley Dr. El Ruud. 2022 The Swearing Jar Bill. 2024 8000 Cuts. Levels Oliver. Television. Year title Roll Notes. 1984 The Edison Twins Howard episode. The Delinquent. 1988 Friday the 13th, the series Cal episode, Tales of the Undead. My Secret Identity Rock episode, A Walk on the Wild Side. 1987 Night Heat Gill episode, Simon Says. 1988 to 1989 TNT Detective Jones / Ronnie episodes, Black and White and Thicker Than White. 1990 The Campbells Captain Henderson / Ned Kane episodes, And in the Spring and Live by the Sword. 1988 to 1994 Street Legal Dave Lister / Tim Woolrich episodes, Murder by Video and Persons Living or Dead. 1991 to 1992 Cats and Dog The Strangler 3 episodes. 1992 Forever Night Matthew Reed episode, Dead Air. 1992 to 1993 Beyond Reality Tom 2 episodes. 1993 Shining Time Station Ted Typo. Tropical Heat, aka Sweating Bullets, Gleason episode, Object of Desire. 1993 to 1996 Kung Fu, The Legend Continues Dr. Nicholas Elder 13 episodes. 1994 Monster Force Lance Magruder, Voice. 1996 to 2000 Traders Grant Yansky 73 episodes. 1999 Twice in a Lifetime Mr. Green episode, O'er the Ramparts We Watched. 2001 ER Mr. Scuddy episode. Never Say Never. 2001 to 2007 Stargate SG-1 Dr. Rodney McKay 7 episodes. 2003 Mutant X Hector Freemark episode, The Taking of Crows. 2004 Without a Trace Fred Watkins episode, Hawks and Handsaws. The District Frederick episode, Family Values. 2004 to 2009 Stargate, Atlantis Dr. Rodney McKay 100 episodes. 2009 The Closer FBI Special Agent Jerry Moore episode, Walking Back the Cat. 2010 to 2011 Hellcats Dr. Thurston Egan 2 episodes. 2011 Stargate, Universe Dr. Rodney McKay episode, Seizure. 2013 Darnett Lewis episode, Darnett 1. State of Sinislan Kane 6 episodes. 2015 to 2016 Dark Matter Talbot Kolchak 4 episodes. 2016 Suits Nathan Burns episode, Back on the Map. Incorporated Chad Peterson 4 episodes. 2016 to 2017 Murdoch Mysteries Dilbert Dilton 2 episodes. 2019 Hudson and Rex Nelson Dwyer episode, Man of Consequence. 2021 Clarice Anthony Herman 5 episodes. Departure Bill Ratch recurring role, Season 2. Private Eyes Earl Bear episode, Drop Dead Carney. 2021 to 2022 C. Tormata guest role, Season 2. Main role, Season 3. 2022 Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities Masson episode, Graveyard Rats. Julian Richings, born August 30, 1956, 123 is a British-Canadian character actor for having appeared in over 225 films and television series. He is best known for his appearances in a variety of horror films, including Cube, Wrong Turn, The Witch, Beau is Afraid, Ejecta, and Anything for Jackson, as well as for portraying death in the dark fantasy series Supernatural. 5-6. Early life. Rishinks was born in Oxford, England on August 30, 1956. He trained in drama at the University of Exeter. 7. Career. After touring the United States with a British stage production, Rishinks moved to Toronto, Ontario, Canada in 1984. 7. Within 5 years, he had become a regular on the second season of the War of the Worlds TV series. In the 1996 film Hardcore Logo, he played the bitter, aging, punk rock legend Bucky Haight. He appeared at the opening of the 1997 film Cube. 4. In 1999, he appeared in the science fiction film Thrill Seekers. In 2000, he appeared as Bel Anger in The Claim, and earned a Genie Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. 8. He was a member of the repertory cast of the A&E TV original series A Nero Wolfe Mystery, 2001, 02. Rishinks performed in heavy makeup as Cannibal Killer Three Finger in Wrong Turn, 2003, and was a series regulars as the nearly blind security guard Otto in Stephen King's 2004 miniseries Kingdom Hospital. 9 dramatic roles include stagehand Mr. Turnbull in the 2004 film Being Julia. 4. He appeared as Orr, a cruel loan shark in the 2004 Canadian film The Last Casino. In 2006, he appeared in a brief speaking role as the mutant theater organizer in X-Men, The Last Stand, and played a vampire killer alongside in the direct-to-DVD horror film The Last Sect. In 2007, Rishinks played a driver in the film Shoot 'Em Up for a dissipated and aging punk rocker in The Third Eye, transvestite psychologist Dr. Hecker in The Tracy Fragments, and a number of small roles in other films, including Skinwalkers and Saw 4. 4. He appeared in the 2008 film The Timekeeper. That year, Rishinks was nominated for another Dora Award for his performance in The Palace of the End. Rishinks made an appearance in the 2010 fantasy film adaptation Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lighting Thief as Charon, the Ferryman of Hades. 10. That year, he began a recurring villain role on the horror comedy series Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. 6. From 2010 to 2015, he portrayed Death in the hit dark fantasy series Supernatural. 11. He was also Death in the short film Dave v. Death, 2011. 12. He appeared in Zack Snyder's 2013 Superman film Man of Steel as Lor-M, spokesman for the Kryptonian Council. For the same year, Rishinks played the mysterious, stringy-haired Phil Prosser in Septic Man. 13. In 2014, he starred in the science fiction film Ejecta. 14. The role earned him a Best Actor win at the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. 15-16. In 2015, he appeared in Robert Eggers' horror film The Witch and the drama film Rain. 5. In 2019, Rishinks played Nazi scientist Heinrich von Fuchs on DC Universe's Doom Patrol. 17. His portrayal of Henry Walsh in Justin G. Dyke's 2020 supernatural horror film Anything for Jackson, earned him his second Best Actor win at the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. 18-19. In 2022, Rishinks appeared in the television shows The Umbrella Academy, Reginald the Vampire, and Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. 2021-22. In 2023, he had a role in Ari Aster's tragicomedy horror film Beau is Afraid. 23. In 2024, Rishinx appeared as Proc Rusts, the half-giant and half-brother of the titular character, in the Disney Plus fantasy show Percy Jackson and the Olympians. 24. Personal life. Rishinx resides in Toronto with his wife and 2 children. 7. Filmography. Film. Year, title, role notes. 1987 Love at Stake, Town Crier. 1989 The Top of His Head, Robert. 1991 Naked Lunch Exterminator. 1992 Giant Steps Dance Band Teacher. 1994 Squanto, A Warrior's Tale, Sir George's Servant. 1995 Moonlight and Valentino Hair Stylist. 1996 Hardcore Logo Hate. Love Child Tom Sr. Short Film. The Boys Club Officer Cole. 1997 The Cellar Woolsey Short Film. Mimic Workman. Cube Alderson. Pale Saints Einstein. 1998 Urban Legend We're Janitor. Motel Tenant. Red Violin Nicholas Olsberg. 1999 Detroit Rock City Ticket Taker. Thrill Seekers Murray Trevor. 2000 The Crossing Mackenzie. Washed Up Reginald. Rats Orderly. 2009 Curator. The Claim Bell Anger. 2001 Century Hotel Waiter. I Shout Love Cab Driver Short Film. On Their Knees Pappy. Treed Murray Homeless Man. The Pretender, Island of the Haunted Brother Clote. 2002 Between Strangers Nigel. 2003 Open Range Wiley. My Life Without Me Dr. Thompson. Wrong Turn 3 Finger. The Truth About the Head Lobster Short Film. Todd and the Book of Pure Evil Satan. Mad Shadows Doctor. Bar Life Ed. 2004 Being Julia Mr. Turnbull. Sisters in the Wilderness, The Lives of Susanna Moody and Catherine Partrail William Catamole. Runaway Home Minister. Mr. Jones, Drive Mr. Jones Short Film. Safe Jimmy Short Film. Regeneration Contact. The Last Casino The Usurer. 2005 Black Widow Dr. Deadman. 2006 Skinwalker's Sad Looking Man. The Last Sect Karpov. A Lobster Tale Hank Perkins. Screening News Anchor No. 2 Short Film. X-Men, The Last Stand Mutant Organizer. 2007 Shoot 'Em Up Hertz's Driver. Dead Silence Boss Uncredited. Saw 4 Vagrant. The Canadian Shield Trapper Ray Short Film. The Third Eye Charlie Rabbit. The Tracy Fragments Dr. Hecker. 2008 Heartland Mr. Hanley. Jack and Jill vs. the World Mr. Smith. Toronto Stories Leather Jacket. The Facts in the Case of Mr. Hollow Kneeling Man Short Film. Elegy Actor in Play. 2009 Curious Stories. Crooked Symbols Sinister Kneeling Man Short Film. The Timekeeper Grease. You Might As Well Live Dr. Pussaby. Survival of the Dead James O'Flynn. 2010 Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief Karen. Hardcore Logo 2 Bucky Hate. Trigger Bucky. 2011 Collaborator Maurice L. Font. Animal Control Larry short film. Firstina Mysteries Jameson. Up in Cottage Country The Officer. Patchtown Child Catcher. 2012 The Conspiracy Green Man. The Architecture of the Moon Jonas short film. Rainbow Connection Landlord short film. The Last Will and Testament of Rosalind Lee Bill Phillips / Neither Man Nor Woman / Ron Brothers. Artist, unknown Fred Varley short film. The Tape Jack short film. 2013 Man of Steel Lore M. The Young and Prodigious T.S. Spivette Ricky. The Colony Leland. Septic Man Phil Prosser. Victims Gatling. We Are Not Here Monday short film. 2014 The Last Halloween Chatterbox short film. Bastards Jack Cage short film. Ejecta William Cassidy. Patchtown Yuri. Hellmouth Smiley. 2015 A Christmas Horror Story Gerhardt. The Rainbow Kid Elvis Grimes. The Witch Governor. Regression Tom. Rain Mr. Ian. She Stoops to Conquer short film. All Hallows Eve 2 Chatterbox segment, The Last Halloween. Business Ethics Martin Abacus short film. Friends Like Us Ermino ca $H. 2016 Blood Hunters Father Stewart. Prisoner X Jefferson. The Big Push Billy short film. The Space Between Stash. 2017 Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, The End of the End Hooded Leader / Malayan Traitor. Tomato Red. Blood Money Tim Lake. 2019 Polar Lomas. True Fiction Lenny Rupert. Business Ethics Martin Abacus. 2020 Stardust Tony DeFries. Spare Parts The Emperor. Roadkill Renegade Hillbilly short film. Anything for Jackson Henry Walsh. Hall Julian. Vicious Fun Fritz. 2021 Chaos Walking Galt. Charlotte Dr. Kurt Singer / Policeman #1 / SS Soldier No. 2 Voice. Stanleyville Homunculus. 2022 Time Traveling Through Time Narrator short film. Wickensburg Mr. Hexenmeister. Salvation John. Relax, I'm from the future Percy. 2023 Beau is Afraid Strange Man. 2024 Scared Shitless Professor Cummings. 1000 Cuts Webster 25. 2025 Honey Bunch Dillwyn. It Feeds Dr. Ronald Whitaker 26. Television. Year title Roll Notes. 1986 Dave Thomas, The Incredible Time Travels of Henry Osgood TV film. 1987 Adderley episode, Nemesis. 1989 to 1990 War of the Worlds Arctics. Alien Scientist. Man with Hat 15 episodes. 1990 Counter-Strike Ready episode, Art for Art's Sake. Clarence Reynolds TV film. 1991 Maniac Mansion Taxman episode. Turner, The Boss. Ren Tin Kin, K9 Cop episode, What the Doctor Ordered. 1991 to 1995 Heritage Minutes AA. Milne / King Henry VII 2 episodes. 1992 The Valor and the Horror John Crocker episode, In Desperate Battle, Normandy 1944. 1993 Street Legal Harold Cooper Hay. Roland Atkinson 1 episode. 1 episode. 1993 to 1994 Ready or Not Mr. Boyle 4 episodes. 1994 RoboCop Dr. Proctor episode, Faces of Eve. The Adventures of Dudley the Dragon Alien episode, Dudley Meets the Alien. 1995 Lonesome Dove, The Outlaw Years Logan's Henchman miniseries, episode, The Alliance. Forever Night Dr. Paul Dana episode, A More Permanent Hell. The Shamrock Conspiracy Reader TV film. The Song Spinner Callow. Strauss, The King of 3/4 Time Bono. 1996 Due South Miles Emery episode, The Promise. 1997 Sci-Factor, Chronicles of the Paranormal Earl Cornell episode, The 13th Floor / The Believer. Ms. Scrooge Christmas Yet to Come TV film. Artemisia Painter. Once a Thief, Brother Against Brother Cam. 1997 to 1998 Once a Thief 11 episodes. 1997 to 1999 La Femme Nikita Errol Sparks 2 episodes. 1998 Universal Soldier 2. Brothers in Arms Bix TV film. Highlander, The Raven Basil Morgan 2 episodes. The Adventures of Shirley Holmes Dr. Saul Sprocket episode, The Case of the Film Flam Farm. Once a Thief, Family Business Cameo TV film. 1999 I Was a Sixth Grade Alien Meenam 22 episodes. Amazon Elder Malachi 10 episodes. Thrill Seekers Murray Trevor TV film. 2000 Hustle Detective Walsh. The Crossing Mackenzie. The Zack Files The Mad Hatter episode, Library of No Return. 2001 Myth Quest Loki episode, Hammer of the Gods. Prince Charming Waktazar TV film. The Pretender, Island of the Haunted Brother Clote TV film. 2002 A Nero Wolf Mystery Poet / Jerome Allen / Peter J / Alger Case. 6 episodes. Tracker Max episode, To Catch a Dazurian. Salem Witch Trials Jonathan Walcott TV film. 2003 Eloise at the Plaza Patrice TV film. Slings and Arrows Reg Mortimer episode, Jeffrey Returns. The Wonderful World of Disney Patrice 2 episodes. 2004 Kingdom Hospital Auto 13 episodes. The Last Casino or TV film. 2004 to 2006 Puppets Who Kill French Painter / Mr. Portnoy 2 episodes. 2005 1-800 MISSING Doc 2 episodes. 2006 At the Hotel Baby Man episode, That's How You Wave a Towel. The Shakespeare Comedy Show Ranting Bard 3 episodes. Drive Time Murders the Doc TV film. 2007 Grosso Logi Darko Crevasse voice role, episode, Lights Out. Nature of the Beast Dr. Chamberlain TV film. Roxy Hunter and the Mystery of the Moody Ghost Mr. Tibers. 2008 Roxy Hunter and the Secret of the Shaman. Roxy Hunter and the Horrific Halloween. Roxy Hunter and the Myth of the Mermaid. 13 Mr. Cody 2 episodes. The Trojan Horse Berry miniseries, episode, Part 1. 2009 The Border Professor Adrian Maguire episode. Dying Art. Sea Wolf Muggeridge episode, #1.2. 2009 to 2010 Heartland Levon Hanley 2 episodes. 2010 Winganit William Shakespeare 1 episode. Lost Girl Arvel episode, Food for Thought. 2010 to 2012 Todd and the Book of Pure Evil Hooded Leader / Atticus Murphy Sr. 15 episodes. 2010 to 2015 Supernatural Death 5 episodes. 2011 Dave vs Death TV short. 3 inches Ethan TV film. Bag of Bones Elmer Durgeon episode, Part 1. 2012 Republic of Doyle Lionel Harris episode, 3x11. Transporter, the series Edouard Orlandis / The Voice 5 episodes. 2012, 2023 Murdoch Mysteries Philip Uxbridge / Carney 2 episodes. 2013 Hemlock Grove Swiss Doctor episode, Catabasis. Rookie Blue Cedric episode, Poison Pill. 2014 Hell on Wheels SLC Records Clerk episode, Further West. The Listener Miles Melanie episode, Smoke and Mirrors. 2014 to 2016 Orphan Black Benjamin Kirtland 7 episodes. 2015 Hannibal Caged Man episode. Secondo. The Expanse Vargas 1 episode. 2015 to 2018 Patriot Peter Ichabod 15 episodes. 2016 Killjoy's Ancient Scarback episode, Full Metal Monk. 2017 Fair Trade Shifty episode, In Search of a Super Miracle. 2018 The Magician's Astroth episode, The Losses of Magic. Channel Zero The Gardener 3 episodes. 12 Monkeys The Advisor 5 episodes. Frontier Mr. Pickerskill episode, All for All and None for One. Creeped Out Zephaniah 2 episodes. 2019 Doom Patrol Sturmbannführer Heinrich von Fuchs 2 episodes. The Christmas Temp Luca TV film. Carter Ray Understone episode, Harley Loses a Finger. Perpetual Grace, Ltd Jonathan Joy 4 episodes. Blood and Treasure Alessandro 4 episodes. Talent Drivers Vince episode, Give Him What He Wants. American Gods Ictomai episode, Munin. 2020 Detention Adventure 2 episodes. 2021 Chapel Wait Philip Boone 5 episodes. 2022 The Umbrella Academy Chet Roto recurring role, Season 3. Reginald the Vampire Logan 2 episodes. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities Dooley episode. Graveyard Rats. 2024 Percy Jackson and the Olympians Krusty / PROC Rusts episode, We Find Out the Truth, sort of. 2025 The Institute Stackhouse main cast. Video games. Year title voice role notes. 2015 Assassin's Creed, Syndicate Charles Darwin. 2018 Starlink, Battle for Atlas Grax. 2020 Watch Dogs, Legion. Audio dramas. Year title role notes. 2020 to 2022 The Integral Principles of the Structural Dynamics of Flow Julian Rishing 7 episodes. On Stage. Year title role director venue notes ref. 1987 The Elephant Man John Merrick Paul Lampert Persephone Theatre 27. Amadeus Salieri Tibor Fiharagaza 28. The Man Himself Michael Sherrill May Flexible Packaging Plant. 1989 Coming Through Slaughter Belloc Richard Rose Silver Dollar Tavern Necessary Angel Company 29. 1990 Lion in the Streets Bill / Priest / Michael Judith Thompson Tarragon Theatre 30. 1996 Twelfth Night Malvolio Michael Langham Atlantic Theatre 3132. 2 Weeks with the Queen Maha Ardal Young People's Theatre 3334. 1997 Inexpressible Island Browning Richard Rose Canadian Stage Necessary Angel Company 35. 2008 The Palace of the End David Kelly David Storch 36. 2011 I Send You This Cadmium John Berger Daniel Brooks Berkeley Saint Theatre 37. 2014 In Wave Theatre 38. 2016 To All a Good Night Narrator Andrew Burishko Harbourfront Centre Theatre 39. Mustard Leslie / Lewis Ashley Corcoran Tarragon Theatre 40. Awards and nominations. Film and Television. Year Award Category Nominated Work Result Notes Ref. 2002 Genie Awards Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role The Claim nominated 41. 2009 Clatrudis Awards Best Supporting Actor The Tracy Fragments nominated 42. 2013 Hamilton Film Festival Best Actor Animal Control nominated 43. 2014 Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival Best Actor Ejecta 144. 2020 Anything for Jackson 145. Canadian Screen Awards Best Supporting Performance, Web Program or Series Talent Drivers nominated 46. 2021 New Media Film Festival Best TV Detention Adventure 1 shared with Sarah McVie 47. 2022 The North Film Festival Lifetime Achievement Award N/A 148. Theatre. Year Award Category Nominated Work Result Notes Ref. 1987 Dora Mavor Awards Outstanding Performance by a Male in a Principal Role, Play the Man Himself 149. 1989 Best Featured Performer Coming Through Slaughter 149. 1996 Outstanding Performance by a Male in a Principal Role, Play 2 Weeks with the Queen nominated. 2008 Outstanding Performance by a Male in a Principal Role, Play The Palace of the End nominated 50. References. Wayne Robson, April 29, 1946 to April 4, 2011, was a Canadian television, stage 1 voice, and film actor known for playing the part of Mike Hamar, an ex-convict and sometime thief, on the Canadian sitcom The Red Green Show 1 from 1993 to 2006, as well as in the 2002 film Duct Tape Forever. 1. Robson was also known as the escape artist character Wren, the Wren, from the 1997 science fiction film Cube. 2. He was in the episode A Miracle of a Rare Device on the Ray Bradbury Theatre in 1989. Early life and career. Robson was born in Vancouver, British Columbia. He began his acting career on stage there but moved with his family to Toronto, Ontario, where he continued stage acting and appeared in Canadian television commercials in the 1970s. After receiving several small character roles in films such as McCabe and Mrs. Miller 3, 1971, and Popeye 3, 1980, Robson starred in the 1984 film The Grey Fox, for which he was nominated for a Genie Award for Best Supporting Actor. Robson voiced Bloom in the cartoon Pippi Longstocking 3 and Matthew Cuthbert in Anne of Green Gables, the animated series. He also voiced Professor Cuthbert Calculus in The Adventures of Tintin between 1991 and 1992 and Melvin Fish in the animated series Bob and Margaret. Robson played minor characters in such films as Finders Keepers, 1984, One Magic Christmas, 1985, Parents, 1989, Frank on the Rescuers Down Under, 1990, Double, Toil and Trouble, 1993, Dolores Claiborne 3, 1995, 2 If by C3, 1996, Cube, 1997, 2 Wrong Turn 3, 2003, Welcome to Mooseport 3, 2004, The Incredible Hulk 3, 2008, and Survival of the Dead, 2009. He appeared as Christie in the TV movie The Diviners 3, 1993, based on the Governor General's award-winning novel by Margaret Lawrence, and as Holly Hunter's ailing father, Tug Jones, in the TV movie Harlan County War, 2000. Robson was nominated and won several Gemini Awards. He appeared in the TV series and miniseries The New Twilight Zone, The Good Germany, Puppets Who Kill, Relic Hunter, and Lex. Death. Robson died while in rehearsals for The Grapes of Wrath at the Stratford Festival in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, on April 4, 2011, from a heart attack, at age 64. 1. Selected filmography. McCabe and Mrs. Miller, 1971, Bartender. Russian Roulette, 1975, Mechanic, uncredited. Twice Upon a Time, 1979, Desk Clerk. Popeye, 1980, Shizzleflint, The Pawnbroker. Improper Channels, 1981, Prisoner. The Gray Fox, 1982, Shorty. Finders Keepers, 1984, Zev Tyndall. Just the Way You Are, 1984, Theater Assistant Manager. Mrs. Soffel, 1984, Halliday. One Magic Christmas, 1985, Harry Dickens. Bullies, 1986, Verne. Dead of Winter, 1987, Officer Huntley. Candy Mountain, 1987, Buddy Burke. Housekeeping, 1987, Principal. And Then You Die, 1987, Wally Deegan. Goofballs, 1987, Stick. Something About Love, 1988, Miles. Parents, 1989, Lab Attendant. Buying Time, 1989, Raleigh. Bye Bye Blues, 1989, Pete. Justice Denied, 1989, Roy Ebsary. TNT. 1989, Wendell. TNT. 1990, Junior G. Love and Murder, 1990, Jeff. Dark Horse, 1990, Elliot. The Rescuers Down Under, 1990, Frank the Lizard, voice. Bingo, 1991, Four Eyes. Double, Toil and Trouble, 1993, TV movie, Gravedigger. Scales of Justice, 1993, Wilbert Coffin, episode Regina v. Coffin. April 1, 1994, Wayne Brock. Dolores Claiborne, 1995, Sammy Marchant. Goosebumps, 1995, Jimmy O. James. National Lampoon Senior Trip, 1995, Frank Harden. When the Dark Man Calls, 1995, Billy Orr. 2 If by Sea, 1996, Bino Callahan. Getting Away with Murder, 1996, Bartender. Pippi Longstocking, 1997, Bloom, voice. Affliction, 1997, Nick Wickham. Cube, 1997, Ren. Babar, King of the Elephants, 1999, Marabou/Sales Manager, voice. Redwall, 1999, Methuselah, voice. The Highwayman, 2000, Cruikshank. Lex, 2000, Gubby Mock. Anne of Green Gables, the animated series, 2001, Matthew Cuthbert, voice. Duct Tape Forever, 2002, Mike Hamar. Mark Twain's Roughing It, 2002, Mr. Ballo. Interstate 60, 2002, Tolbert, Deep Stomach. Wrong Turn, 2003, Maynard Adets. Cold Creek Manor, 2003, Stan Holland. Welcome to Mooseport, 2004, Morris Gutman. Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends, 2004 to 2006, TV series, Mr. Mantis, voice. Stuck, 2007, Mr. Binkley. Wrong Turn 2, Dead End, 2007, Maynard Adets. In Between, 2007, Professor. The Incredible Hulk, 2008, Boat Captain. The Timekeeper, 2009, Lomaki. Survival of the Dead, 2009, Tawdry. Servitude, 2011, Donnie, final film role. Maurice Dean Wint, born May 1, 1964, is a British-born Canadian actor who has starred in both films and television series. 1. Life and career. Wint was born in Leicestershire, England, and moved to Canada in 1967 with his family. 1. He began his acting career performing in Toronto stage productions and graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama from York University. 2. Wint made his first appearance on television in the Canadian police crime series Night Heat in 1987. 2. In 1995, Wint starred in 2 critically acclaimed films that screened at the Toronto International Film Festival, Rude and Kiddus's Charm. 2. Rude received an honorable mention from the jury for the Best Canadian Film Award at TIFF 3-4 and also screened at the 1995 Cannes Film Festival 5, while Kiddus's Charm won a special jury citation for Best Canadian Feature Film. 6. One of his most famous roles came 2 years later as Quentin in the 1997 cult favorite science fiction horror film Cube. 7. His other notable work includes SGT. Luther Robinson in the 2001 film Hedwig and the Angry Inch 8 and numerous roles in various Canadian television series such as Tech War, RoboCop, Prime Directives, Sci-Factor, Hudson and Rex, Shoot the Messenger, and Diggstown. 1-2. In 2022, Wint was a Canadian Screen Award nominee for Best Lead Performance in a Web Program or Series at the 10th Canadian Screen Awards for the web series For the Record. 9. In 2023, he starred in the popular television series Surreal Estate. 10. In addition to performing on the screen and stage, Wint also works regularly as a voice actor. 11. He was married to the actress Colette Stevenson. Citation needed. Accolades. For his television work, Wint earned 2 Gemini Award nominations, and for his theater work, he has won a Dora Award in 2011 for his performance in Courageous at the Tarragon Theatre. 1. Filmography. Film. Year, title role. 1991 The Reckoning Curd. 1992 The Swordsman Swordplay Fencer. 1993 Trial and Error Mike Everett. 1994 Spencer, Pale Kings and Princes Estiva. 1994 Tech War LT. Winger. 1995 Rude General. 1995 Curtis's Charm Curtis. 1997 Cube Quentin. 1998 The Sweetest Gift Booker. 2000 The Best Girl Father. 2001 Hedwig and the Angry Inch SGT. Luther Robinson. 2001 The Little Bear Movie Cub's Father, voice. 2001 On Their Knees Gimp Bartender. 2001 Jane Doe Niles Armstrong. 2002 Evelyn, the cutest Evil Dead girl narrator. 2003 Nothing narrator. 2003 It All Happens Incredibly Fast The Stranger. 2005 Burnt Toast Prosecution. 2008 The Circuit Davis. 2010 Tangled Paolo. 2014 My Daughter Must Live Wagner. 2018 Her Stolen Past Dawn. 2018 Honey Be Dead. Walker. 2020 The Kid Detective Constable Cleary. 2021 Six Guns for Hire The Gunslinger. 2022 Brother Samuel. Television. Selected television credits. Friday the 13th, the series, 1987 to 1990, as Gil, 1 episode. Street Legal, 1991, as Joe Minor, 2 episodes. Tech War, 1994 to 1996, as LT Winger, 9 episodes. Sci-Factor, Chronicles of the Paranormal, 1996 to 1999, as Dr. Curtis Rollins, 12 episodes. Freaky Stories, 1997, as narrator, voice, 1 episode. Earth, Final Conflict, 1998, as Capt. Lucas Johnson, 2 episodes. The Outer Limits, 1998 to 1999, as Capt. Roger Kimbrough/Ch, 2 episodes. Traders, 1998 to 1999, as Fatty Size, 4 episodes. Twice in a Lifetime, 1999, as Dr. Sam Hastings, MD. 1 episode. Power Stone, 1999, as Pride Falcon/Gun Rock, voice, 8 episodes. Twitch City, 2000, as Taylor, 1 episode. RoboCop, Prime Directives, 2001, as John T. Cable/RoboCable, 4 episodes. The Zack Files, 2001, as Lucky the Talisman, voice, 1 episode. Blue Murder, 2001 to 2002, as CPL. Nathaniel Sweet/SGT. Derek Tate, 14 episodes. Tom Stone, 2003, as Maj. Lakewood, 1 episode. Mobile Mysteries, 2003, as Blind Louie, voice, 1 episode. King, 2003 to 2004, as Hugh the UU, voice, 3 episodes. Delilah and Julius, 2005, as Dynamo/Agent Robinson, voice, 2 episodes. Regenesis, 2004 to 2006, as Connor McGinn, 4 episodes. Sons of Butcher, 2006, as Father Fish, voice, 1 episode. Bruno and the Banana Bunch, 2006, as narrator, voice. The Border, 2009, as Leonard Drake, 1 episode. Murdoch Mysteries, 2009, as John Wharton, 1 episode. Bloodletting and Miraculous Cures, 2010, as Anatomy Lab Professor, 1 episode. Spliced, 2010, as narrator/Dreamworm, voice, 2 episode. Haven, 2010 to 2012, 2015, as Agent Byron Howard, 8 episodes. Raspberry Jazzberry Jam, 2008 to 2011, as RC the Double Bass, voice, 7 episodes. The Listener, 2011, as Officer Deworst, 1 episode. Heartland, 2011, as Martin, 1 episode. Flashpoint, 2012, as Detective Renee Meyer, 1 episode. Transporter. The Series, 2014, as Wilson, 1 episode. Shoot the Messenger, 2016, as Phil Hardcastle, 8 episodes. Suits, 2017, as Rick Dunn, 1 episode. Murdoch Mysteries, 2017, as Raymond Hatch, 1 episode. Trailer Park Boys, the animated series, 2019, as Teddy, voice, 1 episode. Diggstown, 2019 to 2022, as Austin Diggs, 14 episodes. Surreal Estate, 2021 to 2025, as August Ripley, main role. The Last of Us, 2025, as Seraphite Priest, 1 episode. Mark Corven is a Canadian musician and composer for film and television. 1. Career. During his early career in Winnipeg, Corven performed in a variety of rock and jazz music ensembles, mostly playing the guitar and singing in local bars. 2. In 1977, he started taking formal music education at the Grant Macewan Community College in Edmonton, where he studied jazz and orchestration. After graduating, he developed into a singer/songwriter and recorded his first album of left-of-center pop entitled Passengers. In 1987 he moved to Toronto, where he recorded the album Ordinary Man with Duke Street Records, and that same year he had his first chance at composing for film, with the score for Patricia Rozema's debut feature I've Heard the Mermaids Singing. 3, which went on to win the La Prix de la Jeunesse at the Cannes Film Festival. His work includes the music on the sci-fi horror cult film Cube, 1997, collaborations with director Robert Eggers on the period horror films The Witch, 2015, and The Lighthouse, 2019, Scott Derrickson's The Black Phone, 2022, and Arkasha Stevenson's The First Omen, 2024. Quentin plays several exotic instruments, including the sarungi, the nickel harpa, the duduk, the erhu, and the waterphone. For he was also responsible for the co-creation of the apprehension engine, a custom-made musical instrument intended for the creation of unsettling noises to be used on scoring horror films, built by guitar luthier Tony Duggan Smith. Cineplex Odeon Films, later known as Odeon Films, was the film distribution unit of the Canadian cinema chain Cineplex Odeon Corporation. The company was originally named Pan-Canadian Film Distributors. In 1998, the company was purchased by Alliance Communications, whose film unit was merged into Alliance Atlantis, split from the company in 2007 as Alliance Films, and folded into Entertainment One, currently a subsidiary of Lionsgate Studios Corp. History. The company began in 1979 as Pan-Canadian Film Distributors, a partnership between film producer Garth Drabinsky and inventor Nat Taylor, one based in Toronto, Ontario. Two at the time of its establishment in the United States, the Cineplex Odeon theater chain and the tie-in studio were owned by the MCA Entertainment Group, also the then owners of Universal Pictures. 3 On August 27, 1986, Pan-Canadian renamed itself as Cineplex Odeon Films IV and began operations at Los Angeles, California in November 1986. 5 Garth Drabinsky became its chief officer. 6 Cineplex Odeon Films made its first film to American screens, which was The Decline of the American Empire, produced by René Malo. 7. The distribution branch then underwent a restructuring shortly afterwards, in order to turn the company into a U.S.-based subsidiary of the firm, with headquarters in Century City, with regional offices in New York City, Chicago, and other markets, and the new Canadian division of the studio would start operating out of the new Cineplex Odeon corporate headquarters in Canada, and the turf included licensing of films on home video, pay TV, and theatrical distribution. 8 In late 1987, it formed a partnership with Robert Redford's production company Wildwood Enterprises Incorporated by setting up Northfolk Productions, for combining the production of both pictures with budgets less than $5 million, and has plans to produce at least 5 films for the next 5 years between the average budget of $4 to $5 million. 9 By 1990, it was Canada's largest independent film distribution company. 10. On October 22, 1987, Cineplex Odeon created yet another subsidiary, that of the television division, Cineplex Odeon Television Productions, whose first offerings included 41 then new episodes of the anthology series Alfred Hitchcock Presents, set for the USA Network in 1988, in association with MCA TV. They were seen in Canada on the Global Television Network. David J. Patterson became Senior Vice President of the Cineplex Odeon Television Division. 11. The company briefly served in the U.S. as a de facto Arthur's arm of Universal Pictures in the mid to late 1980s after Universal Classics folded 12/13 due to MCA owning a stake in Cineplex Odeon, eventually stopped distributing films in 1989, and it was not until 1992 that Universal entered into the Arthur's business again by partnering with Polygram Filmed Entertainment in the distribution company Gramercy Pictures to serve the U.S. market. 14. In December 1993, it was announced by Michael Herman, Cineplex Odeon Films Canada Senior Vice President of Corporate Affairs, that as part of a corporate restructuring, Brian Glerman had been appointed to the role of Senior Vice President of Corporate Affairs effective January 17, 1994. Glerman would oversee all of Cineplex Odeon Films' operations, and would be responsible for the maintenance and improvement of Cineplex Odeon Films' distribution services. Glerman would also build relationships with key suppliers like Columbia/TriStar, Savoy Pictures, and Gramercy Pictures. Prior to his promotion, Glerman had spent 17 years in the Canadian film industry. He had experience with development, financing, production, distribution, and exhibition posts with a wide variety of organization. 15. Later in the 1990s, it changed its name to Odeon Films on account of its historic significance, before releasing one of their final films, the science fiction film Cube, released in American markets under Trimark Pictures banner. In early 1998, 75% of Cineplex Odeon Films was sold to Alliance Communications for $5 million, shortly before it merged with Atlantis Communications into Alliance Atlantis. The remaining 25% was donated to a foundation representing Canada's film schools. 16. The sale took place as Cineplex Odeon Corporation was sold to Sony's Loews Theatres to form Loews Cineplex Entertainment. The sale was partly due to a Canadian law that forbids foreign companies from owning domestic distributors, as the company was no longer Canadian. Citation needed. The Cineplex Odeon Films library is currently copyrighted to Lionsgate Studios Corp., through Entertainment One, and AMC Theatres, with SP Media Group owning distribution rights outside Canada. 17. Film history. Notable films from Cineplex Odeon's early days include The Glass Menagerie, The Last Temptation of Christ, Prancer, The Grifters, Mr. and Mrs. Bridge, Madame Suzatska, Jackknife, The Prince concert film Sign o' the Times, The Decline of the American Empire, Oliver Stone's Talk Radio, and The Care Bears Adventure in Wonderland. A home video division was also started in 1986, previously known as Pan-Canadian Video Presentations in the early 80s. The company also had a home video deal with Universal, with most titles released through their MCA Video banner in the US and Canada. The home video division lasted until 1998, when it was absorbed into Alliance Atlantis along with its film distribution counterpart. The company received a deal with Virgin Vision in 1987 for the Canadian distribution of the output. 18. Cineplex Odeon worked with Universal for distributing and co-producing some of their notable productions in the US, such as The Glass Menagerie, The Last Temptation of Christ, Oliver Stone's Talk Radio, and Madame Suzatska. The company also had a home video deal with Universal, with most titles released through their MCA Home Video, later Universal Studios Home Video, banner. Cineplex Odeon also had an international division, Cineplex Odeon Films International, meant for distributing their films outside of North America.